Okay, guys. Well, finally, I'm doing this. Back once again, reacting to 4 trailers in one reaction video. And that's right, you read the title, you know which 4 trailers I'm reacting to for this reaction video. And yeah, some pretty good ones. Yeah, so the first one I'm going to be reacting to, one of 4 trailers, the new official trailer to Furiosa, a Mad Max story, a Mad Max saga. Almost got it right. Yeah, so, like I said in some past reaction videos reacting to trailers to Furiosa, because, about the not Fast and Furious, Mad Max. Well, both of those franchises have cars. So, Mad Max, I don't think it's one of those franchises I'd be really into, but, I'm willing, of course, to give the franchise a shot. And hey, George Miller, he's a really good director. And, the Mad Max films, they're very interesting, have a unique style, and, those movies having good casting, and from the beginning, because, how it first started off, and with Mel Gibson, and from there on, so yeah. And how, the Mad Max films, they got better as the years went by, and, had really good budgets and stuff like that, especially when Fury Road happened, yeah. And with this one, Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth. If I didn't say this before or not, because Chris Hemsworth, to me, his appearance and look in Furiosa, he looks like Thor in the world of Mad Max, don't you think? So, anyways. Alright, so without further ado, let's see what the new official trailer for Furiosa has in store. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Too far.
Nice transition of black and white to color. Mastermind, of course. He is a mastermind.
As a child, my world was forever changed. My mother was magnificent. And he took it all from me.
Who do we have here?
That nose he has to be a prosthetic nose.
She's from a place of abundance. This is our destiny.
My childhood. My mother. I want them back. I want them back. Whatever you have to do. However long it takes. Promise you'll find your way home. Protect the green place.
It's time to take control, Ready? Steady!
And that one character, he's back.
Where are you going? So full of hope. There is no hope.
If you find him, he's mine.
That villain's gonna have a bit of sense of humor.
There will always be war, but to get home, Furiosa fought the world.
Remember me.
Yeah. The more that's in this new trailer, pretty interesting. Yep. Okay, so that being the second official trailer to Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Like I said, looks like it's going to be pretty interesting, and again, the more we got in the second official trailer. And still, Chris Hemsworth, how he's made up in this film, am I not right? He looks like Thor in the world of Mad Max. Like say Thor who's just gone mad. You know what I'm saying? That's what he looks like. And by the way, because I noticed like one shot, like his nose, that has to be a prosthetic nose that Chris Hemsworth has. But yeah. So again, looks pretty interesting, and I'm willing to give this a watch, and that goes for the Mad Max franchise. Yeah, so looks interesting. Okay, so one down, 3 more to go. Fingers. So let me see. Ah, yes, I remember what's next. Let me go to it. So okay, so now we come to the official trailer to. Let me get to it. Yep, Harold and the Purple Crayon. I am familiar with Harold and the Purple Crayon. I'm well aware of it. I know that there was an animated show of Harold, not to mention, of course, this is based off of a book. Yeah, the book came before, like, say, the animated show. And I did hear about a Harold and the Purple Crayon film in the works, and when later on it was announced that, Zachary Levi was announced to play the titled character role, and, well, I didn't know what to expect at first, and I'm sure a lot of you didn't either, but sure enough, when we got our first glimpse at the poster, and now that we got a trailer, we can tell that, well, Harold in this movie is all grown up, which is, not bad, so it might be interesting. Okay. And hey, anything with Zachary Levi, always fun, because he's such a great guy and a funny actor, and a really good actor, I should say. I mean, yeah, he's good at doing funny stuff. I mean, because him being the voice of Flynn Rider and his role as Shazam, yeah. And I think people seem to forget, I think as of now, they seem to forget that he was in the MCU. He was one of the Asgardians, who unfortunately got killed because of Helena. And I remember reading, because Zachary Levi stated that he's glad that his character in the MCU got killed because he would not have gotten the role of Shazam. But I don't know. I mean, there are a couple of actors who, are still part of the MCU, but they've made their way into the world of DC. I should know, and you should know too. So, but I guess it all depends, and for Zachary Levi, because of what was, the situation for him, and, because with his character being killed, and, him playing one of the main superheroes, which being Shazam, yeah, so, anyways. So him as the titled character, Harold, and, with the Purple Crayon, might be pretty interesting and pretty good. I mean, to put it this, it's Zachary Levi. He's not going to disappoint, so. All right, so here we go. 3 more trailers. The second one, the official trailer to Harold and the Purple Crayon, starting in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. Scary bug.
When someone tells a story, they create an entire world. And usually, the characters stay there. But there are legends of characters so real. With the crayon, anything is possible. That they stick right.
Oh, so there will be animation. So that's what's gonna happen.
Let's see how this baby works in the real world.
They're stepping in the real world, Gotta have that purple color. Enter a world where anything you draw comes to life.
That's terrifying. Do you know what brought you to life? what your crayon is made of. The most mysterious, powerful, extraordinary stuff on earth. Wax. Pure imagination.
Well, wax coming, color being made from wax. Crayons, that is. Colored crayons.
Okay, I'm getting really good at this.
The mother.
What were you thinking?
Oh, no, honestly, I don't do a lot of thinking, too.
Oh, and Zoe, I forget her last name, but Dashell? Am I saying that right? Yeah. I almost forgot that she's going to be in this. Okay, so that being the official trailer to Harold and the Purple Crayon, this looks like it's going to be pretty good and funny and entertaining. Whether this turns out to be a really good film or not, I think most likely it'll turn out to be a pretty decent, fun movie to watch for the whole family. Yeah. I do like what was in the trailer. I like that detail. No matter what it is, coming straight from the Purple Crayon, there's always purple to whatever it is that's being drawn. You see? Because, like whether if it's a bug, an aircraft, or, even a car, whatever, it always has purple to it. And that's what's important because, all that coming straight from the Purple Crayon. The magic of the Purple Crayon. Yeah, so attention to detail. I love that. Yeah, and Zachary Levi, so far, him as Harold, obviously, in this movie, well, like I said, Zachary Levi, he's not going to disappoint, so. Alright, so overall, yeah, again, the official trailer to Harold and the Purple Crayon, not bad, I'm looking forward to it, I am down to giving this a watch, looks like it's going to be really fun. Okay, so now, okay, 2 down, 2 more to go. Trailers, that is. And next we come to the teaser trailer for... Hold on. Yeah, the teaser trailer for Alien Romulus. Yes. And yeah, it is the official title for this new upcoming Alien film, Alien Romulus. I could have sworn, because I swear I'm not hallucinating when I say this, that I could have sworn I saw an article where it was no longer going to be called Romulus, Alien Romulus, like, the word Romulus being in the title, that was just, like, I guess a temporary title, but no, it is the official title with, the word Romulus, Alien Romulus. And by the way, because I read this, where the director of Alien Romulus, he showed this to Ridley Scott, the father of the Alien franchise. And what Ridley Scott thought of Alien Romulus, well, he told the director that it's great. And because Ridley Scott said that, that's showing that this new Alien film is not going to disappoint. If the father of the Alien franchise says that it's great, then that's saying something. And that's a sign that, this will turn out to be really good. And not to mention, because... one of the actresses who's going to be in Alien Romulus stated that apparently Alien Romulus is to take place between the first Alien film and the second one, which being Aliens. So, okay, yeah, makes sense. About the other 2 Alien films that came after Aliens, well, they could have been a lot better. In fact, what they were planning to do, because even Nostalgia Critic, when he reviewed the 3rd Alien film, he gave a little background on what was originally supposed to happen with a 3rd and 4th Alien film. Like, they were going to be shot back to back, and they both of them would have been pretty interesting, but unfortunately for Alien 3, it was rushed, and yeah, not a good sign. And again, it's unfortunate how the 3rd and 4th Alien films, how they turned out. Again, they could have been a heck of a lot better, but just bad luck for them. Bad luck. So that's unfortunate. And in fact, I'm not sure, because some of the other later installments in the Alien franchise, like Prometheus, I think they turned out pretty good. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the first one especially. And then there was is it Alien Convenant, if I'm saying that right? I think that turned out to be maybe not. From what I could tell, like, it didn't turn out god awful, but just, well, not as good as, like, say, the first two Alien films. So yeah, I mean, how can any other Alien film top off the first two? Yeah. But, hopefully for Alien Romulus, maybe it can be good just like how the first two are. Again, if Ridley Scott says that, if he says that Alien Romulus was great, then yeah, again, that's saying something. And it's got a pretty good cast, especially, who's going to be in Alien Romulus, that is. Most notably, what's her face? Live action Dora. Yeah, Dora the Explorer is taking on the aliens. The Xenomorph? Yeah, I think I got that right. That's the name of the alien species in this franchise. The Xenomorph. I think I'm about right. I'll have to check again. But yeah. Alright, so without further ado, let's see what the teaser trailer has in store. Starting in 3, 2, 1, play. That's his name. Yeah, and Don't Breathe, because that turned out to be a pretty good film of his. And Evil Dead. Of course, he's producer. He'd have to be producer. Yeah, just run. Ugh. Oh, there she is. Dora. Those things, Now that's a teaser. That's a teaser right there for you. Okay. So that being the teaser trailer for Alien Romulus, and boy, until we get the official trailer. Yeah. Okay. So with that out of the way, but yeah, just very quickly before I forget to say, because what's in the teaser for Alien Romulus looks pretty interesting. Especially the intenseful stuff in the teaser, and how, running and those things that, latch onto your face, and a glimpse of one of those aliens, the Xenomorph. Again, I think I'm close saying that right. Yeah. Of course, making a quick appearance, and with, the tongue. So, awesome. Yeah. And yeah, because again, until we get the official trailer, oh boy, because what more the official trailer is going to have in store. Yeah. And I'm down for it. I'm down to see this, and hopefully, yeah, I'd like to try and see Alien Romulus in theaters. And by the way, one more thing, because the word Romulus, I'm not sure, because if it's been in any other science fiction material, the word Romulus, because clearly, and for those of you like me who are Trekkies, we know that the word Romulus is the name of, well, the Romulan homeworld. So I'm not sure, like, I'd like to assume that, well, Romulus is the word Romulus being used in other science fiction materials, I don't know. If you know, you can let me know in the comments section. I mean, I can try and look that up, but, still, if you want to help out on letting me know, go ahead, by all means. Yes, and yeah, so again, the teaser trailer for Alien Romulus, really good. That's a teaser for you, and until we get the official trailer. And speaking of, trying to see a movie in theaters, because, again, I am down to try to see Alien Romulus on the big screen. This film, that definitely I am not going to miss out seeing on the big screen, this film, which being, and the trailer for it, which being the fourth and final trailer that I'm reacting to for this reaction video, and I saved the best for last. The official teaser trailer for Beetlejuice. It's finally here. Finally, I'm reacting to it. And by the way, because if you didn't notice, I am wearing this shirt. that has to do with this guy? Well, because Michael Keaton, but also the next reaction video after this there's something that has to do with, something Batman. So, yeah. Okay, so the official teaser trailer for Beetlejuice. Yeah. Glad to see that we finally got the teaser trailer, because I think, the day before this came out, we got first look photos of, say, Michael Keaton as the ghost with the most, and seeing Catherine O'Hara, Winona Ryder, Jenna Ortega, seeing them in the film, stilled shots of them. And, all of them, from Michael Keaton, Catherine O'Hara, and Winona Ryder, they still look fantastic and in the world of Beetlejuice. And also, before I start the trailer, because a little background, because I remember for a long time hearing that there was supposed plans for trying to make a sequel to Beetlejuice, and Tim Burton and Michael Keaton mentioning about it. I think, also Winona Ryder as well. And even Michael Keaton stated that the film would only get made if Michael Keaton was on board, returning to play the titled character. And which, Michael Keaton did state that this is the only sequel that he is down to do. And even later on, because an idea for doing a sequel to Beetlejuice was in development, but put back on shelf a couple of times until it was officially happening, thanks to Brad Pitt's movie company. And I'm pretty sure that, Brad Bird, because his movie company, is involved in, bringing the sequel to life. I have no doubt that Brad Pitt, did I say Brad Bird? Or Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt. If I said Brad Bird, I'm sorry. Brad Pitt. If Brad Pitt's studio is, with his studio being involved in bringing the sequel to life, I have no doubt that Brad Pitt, he is a Beetlejuice fan. I don't see why not. And even, Michael Keaton and Tim Burton, they stated, while working on the sequel, because, Michael Keaton and Tim Burton, they were very hesitant and very, what's the word? Very protective of the world of Beetlejuice, I guess you could say, because, because, they really love and care for the world of Beetlejuice, and, they just want to do it right. And how Tim Burton, he wanted to do less CG, and thus they did. Doing it exactly as how the first one was done, how it was filmed, the visual effects, not to mention stop motion. Yeah. Great to see that, we'll have stop motion for the sequel, like in the first film, and how, we'll get a lot of practical effects, like how it was done in the first film. Yeah, just to put it this, everything that was done in the first Beetlejuice film will be done once again for the sequel, and rightfully so. Because seeing, our first glimpse at some of the characters in the sequel coming back, and returning for the sequel, Michael Keaton is Beetlejuice, Winona Ryder. For Michael Keaton, he pretty much looks exactly the same. Same makeup and how he looked. It's like Beetlejuice has not aged a day. Winona Ryder, looks the same, looks just about the same, even though she grew up and got older. Still has that hairstyle. Yeah, and same location, of course, and, and the fact that Jenna Ortega, fresh off of, doing Wednesday, something else that Tim Burton did, and how Jenna Ortega, she really fits in the world of Tim Burton, her being a part of the sequel, nice to see, and her playing the daughter of Winona Ryder's character. Good to see. And Catherine O'Hara once again coming back, with the exception of a couple of others who were in the first film are not coming back, like Alec Baldwin and, is it Greta? Who played Alec Baldwin's character's wife. They're not coming back. That's unfortunate. And most notably, Jeffrey Jones. Yeah, it's understandable why he would not be coming back. And probably because, he wouldn't be allowed to take part of the sequel. So, yeah, that's understandable. And I already found out about well, what's going to happen with Jeffrey Jones's character. So, but I won't say it until after I react to the trailer. Which, yeah, with that being said, and enough said, let's go ahead and get the trailer started. The official teaser trailer for Beetlejuice, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. There's Jenna. Hey, and the Banana Boat song. Of course it has to come back. They're singing it. Well, it's an important song and signature part of the world of Beetlejuice. Is it the same model, or do they have to rebuild it? Here he comes.
The juice is loose.
Nice. The juice is loose. I love that. Beetlejuice. I've seen that stilled shot, that close-up of him, as well as, like, the stilled shot of Winona, her character, being shocked at his return. Okay. Now I've finally seen it, and finally I can watch other people's reaction to the trailer. Yeah, so that being the official teaser trailer to Beetlejuice. Don't say his name one more time. And that's another thing, because, I mean, whether if it was called Beetlejuice 2, I mean, it would have been fine, but you know what? The official title to the sequel being Beetlejuice, that seems more fitting. And I can think of other film sequels that did the same kind of thing, like, Aliens, because, talking about the Alien franchise once again, well, with the first sequel being called Aliens, More Than Just One, you see? So, and how Beetlejuice is coming back for a second time, hence Beetlejuice. You see what I mean? Yeah. So what was in the official teaser? Really good. And the funeral that was happening, well, clearly, because that's supposed to be Jeffrey Jones's character's funeral, obviously. I guess it seems fitting that, letting, his character die, like, and Jenna Ortega's character's grandfather, I guess you could say, And let me see, because I heard that, because I've read this, apparently, because his face, Jeffrey Jones's face, is on the tombstone, isn't it? Because I could have sworn, or was it not in the trailer? Huh, I guess not. Well, probably it's going to be in the film, or probably, in the next trailer. I mean, I'm just saying, because I read where apparently the face of Jeffrey Jones is gonna be in this movie on, well, his character's tombstone. Okay, so, but we'll just have to wait and see. And I'm curious, because with the two characters that that were killed in the river, because they were in the car, them. Because they're not coming back for this. I wonder, like, I were to assume that Beetlejuice is going to establish what happened to them. Obviously, we know that, well, they're dead, but still, because they're not going to appear, so, but we'll just have to wait and see. And it's nice to see, because, yeah, I almost forgot. I did read where, yeah, the Banana Boat song will be back for the sequel, and rightfully so. And maybe, because I don't see why not, we'll get to hear the singing voice of the late Harry Belafonte his singing voice, his voice, being in the film. Like, there's the Banana Boat song, and there's another great song of his, Jump in the Line. Yeah, that's another good song. I don't see why, we won't hear that song in the sequel, because I'm pretty sure we will. But what we got so far in the teaser, yeah, awesome, and how, again, like I said, how they shot this film, and how the first Beetlejuice film was shot, and the same thing happening for the sequel, rightfully so. Yeah, and seeing some familiar locations, like in the first film, that red, like, tunnel, yeah, and where, the two characters, they accidentally got killed and they drowned, and the house and the model, and like I said, like, I don't know, like, probably it wouldn't be the same exact model that was built for the first film. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I mean, because if they had to rebuild the model, well, they did a spot-on job, making it exactly as how, the model looked in the first film. Of course it would have to be the same model, and for that model still being up in the attic after all these years, and of course, that being Beetlejuice's home. Yeah, and not to mention, because, another familiar location we'll be seeing is that office, where the dead characters are, that, and where we saw Beetlejuice at the end of the first film, and his head got shrunk, that was funny. And not to mention, because, there was a photo posted when production officially wrapped. Tim Burton was sitting in the office, the waiting room, I should say. Yeah, and yeah, clearly we're gonna get that again. And that's another thing. Speaking of Beetlejuice finally, had it finally finished, for the film finally being done, and we're still going to be getting it this year. And when it was announced that it's slated for a September release, and it still is, because sadly, because Beetlejuice, it was one of those movies that got affected by the strikes, the writers / the actors strike, that, and Deadpool and Wolverine, two films that I'm looking forward to for this year. Those two movies that I'm hyped for. Out of all those movies that were being made last year, it had to be Deadpool and Wolverine and Beetlejuice. Those two had to be they had to be affected, just golly, when, because they were finally getting made, and even after all these years with a supposed idea for doing a Beetlejuice sequel, you know what I mean? And yet when they were working on them, and you know what, because they were this close to finishing them, and yet the strikes had to happen. But, of course, thankfully, we're still getting Beetlejuice, and Deadpool and Wolverine this year. That's nice to see. I think, if I remember correctly, because about Deadpool and Wolverine, I think it was supposed to come out last year, but then it got moved to this year. I think this was before the strikes happened, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure. Because I guess they didn't quite get started on production, just a brief delay, I want to say. I mean, it has been a little while, but I could have sworn I heard where it was supposed to come out last year, but then it got pushed back to next year before the strikes happened. This is before the strikes happened, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And, again, it's great to see that, we're still going to get them this year. They're not being delayed, thank God. And how, thankfully for Beetlejuice, it's still going to come out in September, as it was announced. And one more thing, because with Beetlejuice and the strikes, Tim Burton stated that they were 99% finished. 99% finished, and it happened. The strikes happened. And they really didn't have that much to finish shooting. It's just maybe one or two more shots, and they would be done. But because the strikes happened, well, they weren't able to finish it 100%. But when the strikes did finish, well, they of course got back to finishing up what was left to film, and thus production officially wrapped. Yeah, so it's great to see. So yeah, overall, and with that being said, the official teaser trailer to Beetlejuice was really good. I can't wait until we get the official trailer. You know I'm, of course, going to react to that. So, and that goes for the other 3 trailers that I reacted to. I think by this point, maybe we might get one more trailer for Furiosa. But I'm pretty sure that, yeah, for the 2 other films, Harold and the Purple Crayon and Alien Romulus, we're gonna get like 2 trailers for them, like new trailers for them later on. So, and I needed to check because Alien Romulus is not coming out for a little while, but for Harold and the Purple Crayon, I have to go back and look. But yeah, okay. So with that being said, yeah. All 4 trailers that I reacted to, they were really good. I can't wait for all 4 of them. And what about you guys? What did you think of the 4 trailers themselves? Are you looking forward to these 4 upcoming feature films? What I've had to say on them, some stuff that I said, the fun facts, and, my discussion on each of them, on each 4 of them, I should say. And what did you think of my reaction? Leave comments and give this reaction video a like, as always. And so, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to the 4 trailers to Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, Harold and the Purple Crayon, Alien Romulus, and Beetlejuice. More reaction videos are on the way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video/reaction. Take care, and peace out. It's showtime!